All right, this is John Brabbs from RunMichigan.com talking to Keith Hanson from the Hansons Distance Project, or Hansons Brooks Distance Project, and he was just over in London a week ago, and I guess I'll let you tell everybody why you were there.
Well, we were there at the Diamond League meet, and Desiree Davila wanted to run a 5K. Obviously, a 10K would have been nice, but that wasn't available. So at this time of the year, the 5,000s are what are out there, and we were able to get her into that meet, even though her credentials, her PR of 15:25 really was borderline in getting into the meet, but we knew she was ready to run much faster as she ran that after her 10,000 at the U.S. Championships, and when she really wasn't quite as ready as we knew she was this weekend.
And I think what she run 15:08?
15:08, big PR for her again.
And how'd the race go out?
It was, they had a rabbit that took them through the first 2K at 6 flat, basically. So they were 3 flat, 3 flat. When the rabbit stepped off the track, they went from 72s to 74s. So honestly, I wish it would have stayed that pace a little longer, but Desi knew she was in a unique position that she didn't have to. She was out there competing, and she knew she could run fairly fast, but she also has led so many races that she knew she didn't have to lead this race. So she kind of tucked in and waited, felt comfortable. You could see she was comfortable, and then with about 600 to go, maybe 800 to go, 600 to 800 to go, she went around and started picking up a little bit. Lauren Fleshman had an amazing kick, and she was 61 point, I think, her last quarter, maybe 62 flat. I had Desi at 68 highs, which isn't anything real fast, but she lost by 8 seconds to Lauren over that last 400. But more importantly, it was about getting out there, and she wanted to get an A standard, which is 15:14 for the World Championships. But it wasn't really about running World Championships. She did have an opportunity to do that, but she decided that we want to run a half marathon here this fall, but just wanted to get her track times a little faster.
I know she beat a couple other good Americans in that race too, right?
She did. She beat two that beat her at the U.S. Championships. That she certainly, her college roommate and competitor Amy Hastings, who she loves to compete with, and they go back and forth. And Jen Rines, who has just had a phenomenal year for a person that's in her late 30s, just continues to keep getting better and better. She's tough. So she was very, and Rines ran 15:10, and Hastings was 15:17 that day. And Desi got 4th place in a Diamond League competition is quite impressive. I mean, before the race, there were 2 Ethiopian women that have been consistently around 15:10, very young, 18 and 19 years of age, and I felt, in looking at the field, that they were the 2 that really could pop one, and she beat both of them. So it was a Cluthero from Great Britain, and then a Kenyan woman that still nudged her out over the last 50, 60 meters, but a great day nonetheless.
So, and what's it like being at a Diamond League meet over there? I'm sure it's a lot different than here in the U.S., right?
Well, I was at the New York Diamond League meet last year, but it is different in that it is the European track, and it's just, the excitement is tremendous, and you know, the seats are filled. It's I don't know what the attendance was, but there really weren't empty seats out there, and everybody's watching every event and very much into the races, and so it was a great experience. It was my first opportunity to be at a European Diamond League meet, and I certainly enjoyed it. We went Friday night to watch the competition as well as Saturday. It was great.
And I mean, for me like that, where is Desi able to warm up beforehand?
Yeah, they warm up right. They have an area that they warm up in. They usually leave the stadium area, which what Desi did. Again, she warmed up with Jen Rines and Amy Hastings because she's very familiar with those athletes. But you know, the other thing that we got to accomplish out there, and one of the reasons that London was so nice, is that we went out she was there about 8 days, and we were able to stay down by the Olympic marathon course and learn the Olympic marathon course inside out, which is something that a little premature, but it's just nice to have that, to know that. Certainly we'll do that again, probably in the springtime, assuming she makes the Olympic team, which I think she's certainly ready and excited about that, but that's we wanted to check that out since we were in the same city that hosts the Olympics in 2012.
Right, and now what does Desi have coming up? Does she take any downtime now, or? She
is taking a little bit of downtime right now, and as I said, she decided she was still interested in doing the 10,000 in Daegu, but obviously didn't make that squad. I think she would have if we had forced things back from Boston a little bit earlier, but we certainly didn't want to do that. We knew that would risk injury, and didn't want to put ourselves in that sort of a situation. So we'd rather be healthy. And the plan at this point is we'd like to try to run the half marathon out in Lisbon, Portugal, the end of September. I have to get that set up yet, but that is the hopes. Certainly the Philadelphia would make sense, but that's her sister's wedding weekend. So good fast course, but just doesn't fall right in the calendar for us. So we're looking at running that meet out in Lisbon, Portugal. I think that'll be a real good half marathon. That's the plan. After that, we would shut things down and get ready for the Olympic trials after that. So from October on through January, that's our only focus.
All right, and I know you were telling me a little earlier you're going to be heading up to Crystal Lake this weekend?
Absolutely. We got the Great Crystal Lake Marathon, which is a great Michigan tradition, and it's been a few years since I've been up there. We've had our athletes participate there. We don't have any athletes running there this year, but we do have our family. It'll be my brother and myself and Samantha, his daughter, as well as my wife Sonia. I'm the dumb one that chose to do 2 legs to kind of cover the extra miles, but it'll be fun. I'll probably clip along around 6:30 pace or so if I can. So just be a real fun experience.
All right. Well, yeah, you guys have fun up there this weekend. I know it's always fun up northern Michigan. So
can't have a better time of year to be in northern Michigan. We certainly love it up there.
All right. Well, thanks for the interview today.
Thanks, John.